Okay, guys, welcome to the PNLCARTEL podcast on YouTube. Make sure you hit the link in the description and follow us on X. That is where we post our daily active Memecoin trading positions. So if you want to be tapped in on what we have going on throughout the day, make sure you're following us on X. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys some advanced TA strategies, different chart setups and indicators that you guys will be able to use to maximize your profits, get a lot better entries into these positions and a lot better exits. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. I'm gonna just pull up a random chart. I guess I'll choose one off the migrated section, have a little bit more to look at. So right when you open the chart, this is what you guys will commonly see. These are trading view charts, so it's definitely helpful for anybody that has had any kind of experience trading with trading view. This will be kind of a familiar user interface. When you come to a chart, I'll put it on the higher time frame. This is what you pretty much see, man. You just see some red and green candles. A lot of you guys might not even understand what this is. So I'm gonna try to not make this an ABC video, but I don't want to, take it for granted that some of you guys are learning, and I don't want to skip over things. So these are just what we refer to as candles. These little things are called the wicks. These letters that you guys are seeing here is something that Axiom does for your charts. They let you know when the dev has bought or when the dev has sold. So it will give you some nice information right on your chart. You can remove that stuff if you choose to. For the point of this video, we're going to leave it as it is in the default. I'm going to show you guys how to build up a chart and really have what I call sniper vision, night vision, when it comes to sniping into these positions and getting these great entries, great exits. So I'm gonna do this on the lower time frame so that the chart has a little bit more feedback. Here we go. So I put it onto the 5 second, guys, and you can see now I have more of a chart to look at. I'll even put it on the 1 second. That'll really give us a lot of candles that we can chart up. When I'm making a decision on entering or exiting a position, I always respect the higher time frame, but I like to see the lower time frames to get an understanding real time of what's actually going on. But higher time frames are more reliable when it comes to doing TA. So when you are looking at this chart right here, you'll see these time frames above. I've set these up so that they are what we call in our favorites, so they're on the chart. You can deselect any time frame that's not something that you prefer to look at. Me, I like to have speed when it comes to pulling up the 1 second, 5, 15 and 30 seconds. So those are all selected, as well as the 1, 3, 5, 15 and 30 minute, and also look at the hour. For meme coins, I'm not really looking at any of this 4, 6 and 12 stuff, so I don't even bother to have it on my chart. So those are the time frames that I utilize for my trades. If you go over here where you see FX, this is where you will find your indicators and your strategies. So when you open up indicators, I'm only going to be recommending 4 for a chart. There are some other ones that I use, but they kind of get in the way. If you're just kind of learning this, you're gonna really benefit from just using these 4 and maybe just 3 of them. The first one I'm going to recommend is Bollinger Bands. The second one will be your RSI. The third is the MACD, and the fourth is the Fisher Transform. This is one that you guys probably have never even heard of. I'm probably one of the only people that I've even seen to use it. It's really a really good indicator. I refer to it as a leading indicator. It's very similar, as you'll see, to the MACD for all you guys who have some experience with the MACD, but the Fisher a lot of times will lead the indicator as far as giving us an indication of where that price is about to go. So let's put all this stuff on the chart and see what it does. So we'll highlight the Bollinger Bands. You can see those blue lines just popped up. I like to do the RSI next, then I put my MACD, and I put my Fisher Transform at the bottom. It really doesn't matter the order. This is just what I do. This is what works for me. My eyes are used to seeing it like this, so I typically do these in this order. Once I have my indicators on my chart, I kind of get into the zoom in stuff and kind of make it all make sense. We'll do a little bit more thorough breakdown of how to read these indicators. For right now, I'm just going to give you guys an overview of how to use them. I just moved into a higher time frame to kind of get rid of some of the noise. To kind of show you, I'll go down just slightly. So this is a 15-second time frame. As you can see with these indicators, they're really good at showing us oversold and overbought. These Bollinger Bands I use when I'm setting up my limit orders. I'll show you guys how to utilize limit orders here shortly. But it really shows me if the price is at the top of the range or if it's at the bottom. As this one, you can see it's at the top of the Bollinger Bands. Here's the RSI in purple. You can see it's nearing the overbought territories. I like to make my entries when these candles are down here, or I like to make my sell when I'm at the top of the Bollinger, top of the RSI. As I bring my MACD in the frame, you can see the blue line is above the histogram. And again, I'm going to break this stuff down in a more in-depth video. This is just an overview. But as you can see now, this price is dropping. It's coming away from that top Bollinger. It's pulling down on the RSI. You can see a convergence on the or a divergence on our MACD signal, and as well as the Fisher transform. As you can see, it has actually moved ahead and showing us that signal of the MACD. You want to see this stuff on a higher time frame, you'll see less of a dramatic move. If we go to a lower time frame, you'll see the move is much more pronounced and it's a lot more clearer to see what's going on. So these are just the indicators. Again, it's the Bollinger Bands, RSI, the MACD, and the Fisher transform. These are highly reliable indicators no matter what you're trading. I really would recommend you guys put these on the chart and just let your brain get familiar with just seeing them. And a lot of it, your brain is a phenomenal thing. It'll figure out a lot of it by itself if you just put this in front of it. But this is my bread and butter setup as far as what I put on my charts to make these trades and enter and exit these positions. Now we'll talk a little bit about limit orders before I cut this video off. When I'm on Axiom Pro, one of the benefits to Axiom Pro is the ability to trade, buy or sell with limit orders, which is basically a fancy way of saying automation. You know, I want to be able to set a sell price and a target and have it executed without me watching the charts, as well as a buy-in. If I really wanted to buy this dip, I could put a line here and tell my my software basically, listen, if the price comes down here, I want you to get me back into the position, and I'll be able to tell it how much and things like that. So this is how you do it. When you come over here, you either can be doing a buy limit order or a sell. For this video, we'll show you guys as buy. Here is the market, and you can see limit, and then you see advanced. Market means the actual current price, the market price right now. So a lot of you guys, that's what you trade. You trade the market price. Whatever it is at that moment, you're buying it and you're selling it. Me, I typically will click limit, and I'll say, just for an example purpose, give me 0.1 Solana if the price reaches, let's put an example here, let's just put 25K market cap. Now you can see this yellow line indicating where our price target will be. So we're telling this, listen, if the price comes down here to 25K, fill me with 0.1 Solana, and when I hit this button right here, it'll confirm it. It'll be a limit order set to fill as the price breaches this line. I'm not actually looking to get into this position, but as you can see, it's right there. It pretty much would either fill us or it would bounce off the target and not see. We would not have gotten a fill because it actually bounced off of our level. But you guys saw that right there live, as well as a sell order. You can go to sell limit. We can say, let's sell 100% of our holdings if the price reaches, let's say, for example, 50,000, right? So now you can see that yellow line is up there on the chart. So if the price ever reaches up to this 50,000 level, we'll automatically have a sell order in place. So these limit orders really are critical for you guys who find yourself getting stuck watching charts all day, trying to, you know, time a entry or exit, or even late night guys trying not to fall asleep because you don't want to miss out on a pump, or either, you know, get rugged and didn't have a chance to sell off. Right here, man, you guys can set your stop losses. You know, if the price falls below this level, look, just get me out the trade, and you can say 50%, 100%. You can really get into some fine-tuned details, and we will in a future video, but this is not going to be an in-depth video of how to utilize limit orders. I'll show you guys some stuff a little bit more advanced, trailing stop losses as well. take profit strategies that aren't traditional. But that's not for this video. For the point of this video, it's just giving you guys an overall understanding of some of the things that you can utilize as far as these indicators, these limit orders, to just be a more successful trader. So if you guys found any of this information useful, please smash the like button. Follow PNL Cartel across all platforms. I'm going to be breaking down so much information. It's just another video. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one, and I'm out.